What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Motorfest. So this game has been out around, let's say, about 2 weeks now, and/or I guess you can say 2 weeks from like the actual release of the game coming out. But in this video, though, guys, I have discovered something. I would probably say many people have noticed this, but compared to the Crew 2, have you guys noticed how cheap it actually is to upgrade your parts? I did find this kind of insane. So the biggest thing about this, guys, let's say for this part set here, it's going to be much easier now to actually buy different parts and or get like different set of fix-it stats on them. Now, I do want to mention though, I would say a lot of players at this point are most likely still going after like good part sets and or better parts for that matter. So I would probably say re-rolling a different stat on a part is most likely not a big focus, and a lot of people might be grinding out money for cars and stuff. So this is most likely going to be happening later on in the coming weeks and or coming months of Motorfest being out, but it really is going to be a big difference now, guys, because now you will be able to spend a lot less money and or spare parts in the future. And I do know, guys, once a lot of players actually have better like gold sets in the future, they will definitely want to go after fix-it stats. So not spending nearly as much money on this is going to be awesome. And I did notice, guys, spending 1,500 bucks and or 150 spare parts, you will save a lot more money. So for example, in the recent summit, I did actually go after the skill to fix it stat on all of my parts. Now I do want to mention though, not all of them are gold, so some are indeed purple, but I actually did spend way less money. I think I spent around $100,000, which obviously in some ways can be a lot of money, but one of the biggest things about this right now, guys, is the fact that now you don't have to worry about spending around $250,000 on one set and or spending a crazy amount of money. It's more like probably a million, but I really do think regardless of that, it really is going to be insanely expensive, especially depending on how bad your RNG was back then. So at least you won't be spending nearly as much money long term, and or if you did even want to go back into those said parts to like change around the affixed stats. So I really do see this as like a big win, guys, especially long term. You're not going to be going through nearly as much money and or spare parts to do so, which I really do think was one of the best things they could have done. One thing I also thought about, guys, let's say you wanted to go back into an old Nitrochemist set. Maybe you wanted frenetic and or like that weird water perk on there, or like maybe you wanted ventilated in something else. Now you can actually go back in and or re-roll those and or go after better ones for that matter. I remember back on the Crew 2 when I would want to change around some of Fix-It stats on like one of my Nitrochemist sets or one of my like score breaker sets to get like a better rolled stat, and or maybe I might have been missing skilled. My goodness, guys, it was so dang expensive to actually fix that, and even if you do have a lot of money and or spare parts, you can definitely spend it better and or not be wasting it on something like that. So I really do see this as a huge win. And by the way, I will be doing a spare part guide coming up soon, and most likely a money guide as well. Definitely stay tuned for that in the near future, guys, but it really is going to help tremendously long term because there is obviously a lot of different part sets. We have like Score Breaker, Loot Digger, we have like the Live Reward Sniffer, and or like a Nitro Chemist. So every single set, guys, has like their own affixed stats that make them better, and or you can also re-roll them to have like different builds. So you won't have to worry about spending a crazy amount of money and or spare parts. So it really is going to be a huge win, but I would like to know your thoughts on this in the comments below. And as always, guys, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more insight.